Got a little bit of grit to him, too.
And right to the air, and a quick pitch and catch to get him in rhythm. That was his favorite target last week. That's 5 quarters of football. 2nd and 2. And another pitch and catch, this time Deontay Johnson.
You can't have missed assignments. You can't have negative plays. They've got to clean up their red zone offense.
Another pass, 3 for 3. Great start for Kenny Pickett. And he's hit 3 different receivers.
Kenny Pickett.
3rd down and 6. Pickett down the sideline, no. And there are no flags. Coverage by Davis is clean. Oh, there is a flag. This is back at the line of scrimmage.
Roughing the passer.
Is it rough? I don't know. But it is unnecessary.
And Pickett stays in the pocket, now tries to escape. He can run. He's going to be just short.
Gave it up twice on downs in the red zone.
They are going. Handoff to the rookie. And Jalen Warren powers ahead for the Pittsburgh 1st down. 2nd and goal. Pickett dumps it out to Harris. And Harris is in. Kenny Pickett's first passing touchdown of his career. And Pittsburgh has the early lead. But their first drive, they went 3 and out, trying to do better here. Fournette with a hole on the left side, and he lowers his shoulders, so strong. 2nd and 10. Sets up to pass. Perfect strike, complete. There's his top target, Mike Evans. Of course, Byron Leftwich was a backup for Ben Roethlisberger here for 3 seasons. Brady throws, deflected. It was going to get to Cameron Brate, but a heck of an effort by Miles Jack. Tom Brady, the 23-year veteran, over the middle, low, incomplete, good coverage. Field goals so far this season. He's hit 300 field goals in his career. Looking for 301 now. And he's got it to put Tampa Bay on the board. Pressure coming. Look out. And Pickett is taken down inside the 5. Antoine Winfield Jr. cleaned it up and got him down. 3rd sack of the season for Winfield. Yeah, David Onyemata, Kenny Clark. Today's got to go against Cam Jordan. This pass caught. So Brady, he had tried to get it to Godwin 3 times unsuccessfully. There he finds it for 21. And Robert Hainsey at center, replacing the Pro Bowl center Ryan Jensen on the IR. Tough shoes to fill. And a completed pass to Evans. Evans' 2nd catch of the game, and he's got enough for a 1st down. Brady on a 2nd and 9. Pittsburgh again just rushes 4. Brady over the middle, caught. And extra offensive lineman here for Tampa Bay. Handing it off, and Fournette hit in the backfield and dropped. First to get there, Larry Ogunjobi. Now from the 4 on 3rd and goal. Brady in trouble. Brady, down he goes. Sacked for the first time today. Malik Reed and Cameron Hayward disrupted there, and it brings up 4th down. But they got home there and forced a 27-yard field goal try. And Suckup, who hit from 30 earlier, is 2 for 2. Started last week at Buffalo, and now starting again today, week 6. Hands to Harris. And Harris with a nice run out to the 39 and a 1st down. As a backup earlier in the season, they have a lot of reps together. Now this time, a pass completed to Claypool out to midfield. And now on 3rd and 6, here comes some pressure. And Pickett fires a strike. Did he get both feet in bounds? Yes. Deontay Johnson's had a couple of nice catches. The rookie Pickett, 9 of 11, but just 58 yards. Had the touchdown pass to start the game. Underneath, so they'll try to get a little closer. First time they've hit a tight end, Zach Gentry. And it's a long one, 55-yarder for Boswell. It hits the crossbar and goes through.
At the end of that first half last week against Atlanta in a position to get 3. They miss it, and Tampa goes down and steals 3.
And now look at this. The ball comes free out of Brady's right arm, but Godwin is able to jump on it.
You'll never read about in that box score, but Chris Godwin, a great job getting on that football.
Inside of a minute, 3rd and 11, batted free. Good defense by James Pierre. Extra lineman in here on 3rd down and 10. They're going to run it again. Harris looking for space. There is none. And more boos from this Pittsburgh home crowd. Brady sets his feet out of the gun. Over the middle. And it is caught by Godwin. Now they got to get on the ball quickly. Brady gets up and snaps it. Does he have enough? He does. Ryan Succop, 54-yarder. He's got all 9 of Tampa Bay's points.
Here today against Pittsburgh, able to steal those 3 points.
And Pittsburgh will get the ball here to start the 3rd quarter. Steven Sims. Oh, Steven Sims with some space. It's a foot race. Sims. Oh, he lost the ball at the end, but he fell right back on it. He takes it down to the 10. What a return. More of Zach Gentry at the tight end spot. 3rd down and 4 for Pickett. Steps up, fires too much. Was looking for George Pickens. Yeah, he's looked the way of Pickens 4 times, but only been able to connect once. And Boswell hit from 55 off the crossbar earlier. This one much easier. Brady just 11 of 22 throwing it. Over the middle. How did he fit that in there? My goodness. Tampa Bay searching for their first touchdown of the afternoon. Fournette right up the gut. And a strong run takes. Handoff, Fournette, and he's taken down in the backfield. Play clock dwindling. 13th play of the drive. Brady under pressure, steps up. Gage tries to grab it, but he cannot. It's incomplete. Right through his hands. Makes Succop's job a little bit easier. Chip shot from 24. And he's perfect today. 4 for 4. He's got all 12 of Tampa Bay's points. Pickett just 67 yards passing. Play fake here. He's going to let it go, and he's hit as he does. And it's caught. Johnson came back to get it. He was covered by Davis, but he came back to grab it. Now Pickett is a little slow to get up.
Holding. Offense.
He's holding number 45. Right? Here comes the blitz. If you're going to hold, hold. Don't let him get in. Attempt to stretch the field except that opening throw on this series.
It's crazy to think they're leading with 114 yards of offense right now. Well, that's going to add to that total here. Big 3rd down conversion.
Right away to Levante David and Antoine Winfield is the 2 guys that he says are outstanding out there on that defense.
3rd down and 5. Trubisky trying to convert again. He cannot. Coming over to jar it free.
Occasion, so they've been able to keep it into a close game. Great special teams performance by Steven Sims today, giving him some chances with great field position.
And on a big 3rd and 1, Pittsburgh's defense stands up strong. Chris Wormley coming off a breakout season in 2021. It's Trubisky in at quarterback for the injured Kenny Pickett. Steps up in the pocket, lets it fly, and it's caught for the 1st down. What a big conversion.
That's the thing. If you're going to get to that second layer, you got to be able to control the first.
And now they try to get Vea off the field on time. Either way, it's completed to Hayward. Flag is down. Hayward is rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling down to the 10. The rookie tight end, and yes, he's the younger brother of Cameron Hayward. 8th play of the drive. Trubisky. For the end zone, caught, touchdown, Chase Claypool.
Unbelievable what he's been able to do, and that is without his top 3 cornerbacks against the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah.
Elevated 2 guys from the practice squad to play today.
And now a 3rd and 4. Oh, did he catch that? He did. And they're going to try to sneak it. Brady, I don't think he went anywhere. No surge for that offensive line. 1 for 3 on fourth this year. They're going to toss it to Fournette, and he powers his way like a bowling ball. So the 2 touchdowns by Pittsburgh, all field goals in between. Tom Brady on 3rd and 11, complete but short. It's Rachaad White out there. It was Fournette last time that ran for it on 4th and 1. You circled Evans, but they go underneath to the rookie White, and he has just enough. 13th play of the drive coming up. 2 4th-down conversions on this drive for Brady. Underneath Fournette. Inside the 10, inside the 5, and into the end zone. Leonard Fournette powering his way in, and they can tie him with a 2-point conversion. Brady over the middle, batted down. What a play by Devin Bush to keep this a 2-point game. Low snap. Oh no! But Trubisky is able to get on it just in the nick of time. Trubisky. Tampa just rushes 4. Over the middle. Pass caught. First down. It's Claypool who had the touchdown on the last drive.
And good to see him performing as well as he is right now.
Benched a couple of seasons ago in Chicago. Here he's going to try to run it, and he's taken down by D. Delaney. Claypool right now over the middle as Trubisky searches. And is that ball caught? Yes, it is. It's Claypool again. A monster game for number 11 continues. Another 3rd down conversion. What a catch, Moose.
What a throw and what a catch. Your top 2 choices.
And if you're saying he didn't get 2 feet in, he got the elbow in, it doesn't matter. That's a catch, and now Trubisky faking everybody out on the keeper. My goodness, this looks like a totally different Pittsburgh team from the last few weeks. Move Hayward out. Harris in the backfield. They're going to sneak it. Trubisky gets the push of the first down, and Pittsburgh is going to snap their 4-game losing streak.
Mike Tomlin has started off 1-4 a couple other times during his career. He's never had a losing season. He never seems to lose the locker room or create any question within the locker room. This was such a galvanized team and performance this afternoon.